If he stays till next season and the same shit happens, then I'll start crossing as a failure.
Do you not think he's kind of limited by that, as in the ceiling, the players are his ceiling? So if you want Arteta gone, who else is there to replace him?
Brother, I told you with this team we can get instant success with Tuchel and Ancelotti. I told this guys.
Do we class this Arteta tenure as a failure so far? Because, like you said, like you always like to bring up, you've won nothing. You've won fuck all.
So it's a failure in terms of achievement for the club. Yes.
Agreed. Yes.
It's a success in terms of taking us from the dump to where we are now.
Okay. Cool.
So,
yes.
And that's what I said. Like I will clap my hand. I won't clap. Like I'll clap my hands to Arteta. Like he's done a phenomenal job in terms of where we are and raising the standards of the. Like our standards were always there, but they went down towards the end of the thing. And now we're a thing where we want to be competing in everything, and we've got to a stage where we feel like we can. And that's props to him. And I can't deny that. Like he's done his thing. But there's sometimes a thing where a manager's taken you so far, and because they haven't got that personal experience,
you can't take him to the next upper echelon.
Until you've that's why I feel, because until you've done it yourself and you know what it takes, it's very hard for you to do it. And like Arsenal's not a club like where you can kind of just come in and just thingy. And it's shown you, like Xabi Alonso, there's a reason why you start at smaller clubs and you like a club with zero a little.
It's good that he stayed over because
a little expectation, because you build up and you learn from that experience. But Arteta, he was an assistant manager to Pep, which probably gave him a lot of knowledge, but it's also detrimental in terms of what he thinks he probably could achieve.
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong, I feel like this guy will be a brilliant manager and he will win Champions League, Premier Leagues, all that in his career. Don't get me wrong. I feel like he's probably, in terms of tactically, he's
up there. He's top 3 in the world right now, tactically.
But there's sometimes you have to admit that it comes to a point where he can only take you so far.
Yeah, and the game is beyond tactics at the end of the day.
And like the way I see it is, we give him another season, we give him more money chest. Realistically, like, cool, we could improve. The only way we can improve now is if we win the Premier League.
Yes.
Of that.
Same as last season, really.
And if you get to the Champions League semi-finals and we get finally domestic.
So would you class him more as a failure than more as a success? Just overarching one statement.
You know what? I'm not going to be naive, so I'm going to say it's not.
Wait, let me rephrase it a bit. Say he packed up his bags and left after this season. You have Arteta's entire lifespan at Arsenal as a manager, of course, in front of you. How do you view that?
From a fan point of view.
From a fan point of view. We want to know, as an Arsenal fan, how do you feel about that?
The thing is, he's probably given me some, like, he's made me...
Giving you good memories.
No, he's made me have belief in my club again. Yeah. Because before I was very, very low in terms of, like, I had nothing, I didn't care.
You're right, bro.
Fucking hell. You're right, bro. Very, very low is nasty.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, like... I would probably say it's a success. Yeah. We haven't won what we wanted to win, and so if he packs up his bags and leaves now, it's like the same with Wenger. I feel like he fucked up his life in terms of, like, well, if he after packs up his bag and say, cool, I've taken it as far as we can. If he stays till next season and the same shit happens, then I'll start crossing as a failure.
Do you not think he's kind of limited by that, as in the ceiling, the players are his ceiling. So if he gets because he's coached really well throughout his tenure.
Like, cool, I agree that we have no wow factor in our team. But, exactly. But let me just go through our team quickly. Yeah, Ryan, I don't see changing. Mm-hmm. The back three, I don't see changing.
Left back changing.
It's Timber.
Left back.
Listen, please. Timber's gonna come. Mm-hmm. The only thing that we got left now is the centre mid to replace Partey.
Your left centre mid.
Like his starting 11, the ideal one, he would want another CDM. Okay, then he would want a starting striker. That is his ideal team now, yeah? In terms of, if he gets that, he should be able to at least win either Premier League or Champions League.
And I would say improve the depth. I just don't believe Arteta believes enough in your backup.
Yeah, let me explain. No,
let him land, because I agree with you. Let him land.
I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
Reece Nelson, Vieira, and Nketiah.
No, but let me explain.
That's not good enough.
It's because you're good.
No, I don't give a shit about that. Because
how?
Because basically,
do you think you're going to move these guys on?
Listen, he signed them players every season. We say this. Listen, let me say. Last season we said he's only got 13, 14 players he trusts. Yeah. Listen, we signed 3 more players. Yet we've only got 13, 14 more players he trusts. You can't lose trust in a player and see it too late. You have to see it from early, and you can't. Every fucking season we say, oh, he's only got 13, 14 players, but yet we still sign players every fucking transfer window.
Exactly, bro. He's been there for so long now.
He is very naive and stubborn, and I think everyone can see that. And so for everyone saying we don't have depth, we have signed enough players for us to have depth. If they didn't work out, that is on the manager.
Thank you. Yeah, because bro, you're not acting like he's looking at the people on the bench. He doesn't trust them because he didn't bring them in.
look,
bro,
cool.
And it's been there for 5-6 years now. Everyone is there because of him.
I don't know why you man are screaming at me. I'm just saying he don't trust it.
No, but how? Okay, let me ask you something then.
What?
Sterling, yeah, is that a bad move from the club?
Yeah, everything about it is bad.
Okay,
wouldn't say.
question.
Everything.
Okay, question. When you came in, did you have expectations?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so if he is now digressed from what he was at Man City, is that not on the manager for not coaching?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Because
say so.
when he goes to England, he plays well.
No, I wouldn't. No. With Sterling, it's different because
it's a physical decline.
No, it's not that. It's because the players I'm comparing him with when I'm talking. I'm talking about the rotational players. Sterling came with expectations. Okay. He came with 20 plus goal contributions this season. Right. The level at which he's dropped off a cliff. Where I'm not blaming the manager, is solely him. Okay. I was broke on to.
Okay, so you mentioned Vieira, yeah?
Yeah, I'm talking Vieira and Nketiah. Okay. These type of guys.
Nketiah, I don't give a shit because everyone says, "Oh yeah, we gave him a contract to keep his resale value." As a big club, you should not give a shit about resale value. Get the fucking player out.
That's my problem.
No, but let me explain to you, bro. Because you said, "Oh yeah, like, don't you feel like because he doesn't trust the players?" Yeah. He fucking gave the guy a contract. He signed Vieira. He gave Reece Nelson a new contract. He bought Zinchenko. He's got Tommy. He's got Kiowa. He's got Jesus. Like, cool. Jesus and Zinchenko. They were good signings because they let us grow to where we are now. We have to now move past them. And if you want to keep them on the bench, we keep them on the bench. But you don't force them. You don't force them into the team when they're not needed.
Sadiq, do you think you would change it? That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Because the reason why I don't say you can't change it is because it's not a one-time thing. We did it 3 seasons ago. We did it 2 seasons ago. We did it last season.
Sadiq, I know because if you look at Arsenal now, I feel like you're at the peak almost within your squad. You said yourself you only need like 2 positions. Hopefully Tim becomes good at left back, innit? So I feel you've reached like a certain level. The guys that you once had, where it was like, yeah, these men are coming in and now you're kicking ball. They've now reached the optimum where it's
they haven't though.
No, how did I see it? I'm talking Zinchenko and Jesus in particular. The other guys, they're doing their thing in it. But I say Jesus and Zinchenko, and now looking at them like, we need another.
Okay, so who's
we need another. No, I'm saying we need another left back. We need another striker. We need Nketiah's not the guy. Reece Nelson, he's trust whatever. I'm saying moving forward with Arteta, do you think he's gonna change it, or do you think it's just gonna be? Or do you think it's gonna Well, you need to think about these things because I know as a fan you can say you need these things to change.
But the thing is, if he does it season after season, how the fuck do you expect it to change? That is the way he does it. This guy falls out of love with playing so fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he started Nketiah for half the season. Now he's not fucking touched the ball for like 10 years.
Let me bring up something as well. Yeah, I don't think he doesn't have trust in players like Trossard, Vieira, Zinchenko, these man. I think he has so much trust in his starting 11 and he doesn't have the balls to make the change because he's seen them work week in, week out. They're winning games comfortably. He doesn't have the balls to make the change, even if he has trust in the players on the bench, because he doesn't want that collapse that might happen, which Arsenal are known for doing,
bro. It did happen though when he did change it.
No, exactly. But then there was a collapse, but that was more because his system relies, like he said earlier, on a certain 11 players. You switch one player in, one player out, and the whole system changes.
And that's the thing. That's why I go back to Pep, because the reason why Man City have such a good squad is because they all constantly change. So everyone's used to that different players coming in. Yeah. We don't change like that, and so when we do change, it's a fucking massive thing. True, and so that's what pisses me off. Arteta has no fucking management skills in terms of changing a squad and when's the right time to change it, because whenever we do make changes we never look the same and we look fucking shit and we always drop points.
So I want to ask you a question, bro. So you see Martinelli now, he's not performing to the level he was. Who's that on then? Is that on Arteta or is that on him?
The thing is, Martinelli come back.
I think that's on Arteta.
No, I don't.
But why? The system is tailor made for him. Though.
No, it's not anymore.
No, listen. Do you know what it is? We spoke about this briefly, like a lot of time. Like last season, it was very heavy on
left hand side, didn't it?
It was very heavy on the right side, and Odegaard used to come. Now, what happens more is Declan Rice comes to Martinelli's side. Yeah. But Martinelli needs more. Right now we play a lot of slow-based football, trying to intricate passing. Martinelli needs that early pass where he could just take on a man.
Martinelli with Xhaka and Jesus is completely different to the Martinelli you see with Havertz and Declan Rice. It's so different.
Martinelli, he's the type of guy to be explosive and want to go to the byline. We have no thing to facilitate that. And cool, like I understand, it's on player and manager because Martinelli has to kind of adapt his game. But I still feel Martinelli's potential is through the roof. And cool, Trossard might be better right now. But I just think because Trossard reminds me more of a Saka, a bit of slower, a bit more skillful, technical like that. Yeah. You like that?
What I was going to say then, so say next season, say you get in an out-and-out striker. not this false nine, nothing like that. You get a striker. Play some alternations. Go down the byline. You find someone. Do you not feel that elevates the levels of Arsenal's team then with Arteta?
No, but
ultimately, Arteta will be more successful.
But it does. But then in my head, I'm saying, where the fuck does Havertz play? Because we've seen Havertz play left centre mid, and it's not as good right now. And then you guys are gonna say to me, oh look, now Havertz is back on the bench, and then he's gonna lose his confidence, and Havertz goes shit. Like I can just see it happening, and people don't see it. And bro, we said Havertz is only good when he's got confidence, and as he's got confidence, he's playing out through his skin. It's like, bro, it's so easy to fucking see what's gonna happen in the future.
One thing I want to talk about with Arteta is his record in cup competitions.
Thank you, my guy. I was just about to bring this up.
No, because obviously, because when I look at Arteta, even let's say he wins the league, and you compare him to Klopp, it's like the feeling I had around Klopp in his. It's not even his early stage. Arteta's been there 4.5 seasons now. But instantly with Klopp, I was like, yeah, this brother's he's on crack. Because even before, like when you got Van Dijk and Alisson and all of these guys, I was like, Europa League final,
and then Champions League
final. Like you was making it far in competitions. So, like for me as a Chelsea fan, we ain't won the league for time. But before Bowley and that, I used to have trust in our team.
But you know what it is? I told you, because you have people in around the club that have got European experience or that experience. Right now, not one person in that team has got that experience. Klopp has done it at Dortmund. Klopp's won the league at Dortmund. He's done it in the Champions League. He understands the difference in how you have to play. You can't play how you play in the Premier League in Europe. It doesn't make sense.
I'm not talking about.
And I understand you say you're confident that you let's say.
No, I'm talking about straight cup competition. I'm talking FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Yeah. I'm saying your perception on Arteta would be different if you had more trophies. If you had couple FA Cups, couple Carabao Cups, because it
goes back to my point, bro. And I said the reason why is because everyone knows you rotate in the lower rounds. Yeah, I understand that, and it explains when we rotate, we're not a good team. We're shit. We don't know how to play football.
But is that not on Arteta then?
I've said it. That's what it is.
So what I want to ask then is the way I see Arteta's future at Arsenal right now, based on what we've seen, is you go for the league every season, but you can pretty much almost call Europe and both the cups as write-offs, because bar the FA Cup he won at the start, which I will never get into again, but besides that, bro, he shows nothing in the FA Cup, which you're known for winning anyways, and it shows nothing in the Carabao Cup, because like you said, he rotates to a worse team, like a weaker team, to try and give them a shot against smaller clubs in the early stages of the competition, and they all capitulate. And even if they don't capitulate, they play against bigger teams like this season when they played against us, they get knocked out. And so if I was an Arsenal fan, I could not see a future with a manager where I only ever have to look forward to the Premier League every season, where you're competing against Pep Guardiola anyways. So it feels like every trophy is a write-off from the start of the season at that point, no? Because you're not going to win. You're not going to win a Champions League. I'll be honest with you. I don't think you'll win a Champions League with Arteta. And then the FA Cup and Carabao Cup are the other two ones where like it's meant to soften the blow of seasons where you may not do as well. Like let's say you fall down to third one season. If you have an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup along the way, it still feels like an alright season. Arsenal United with Ten Hag last season, bro.
This is what changes people's perceptions about a lot of managers.
No, it's true. It's only in the early stages. Once your manager's been there for some seasons, I'll be real. Unless they get fined a domestic, like a Premier League or a European Cup, like Liverpool, yeah. Say let's say they drop points in the next 2 games. Now they're out of everything. It's gonna be a shit season. Whether they got Carabao Cup or not, it's a shit fucking season.
Of course.
And so I feel like a domestic trophy, a domestic cup is lovely, and I would love to have one. But I'm trying to say, in terms of, if there's that and there's no Premier League run or no European run, then there's no point in it. They're meant to give you confidence.
But the elite of the elite managers, which we're looking for Arteta to be, would give you the Premier League run, give you a deep run in the champs, and then deliver a trophy along the way, minimum, bro.
But like that is only, like you say, would you not want a Carabao Cup or a FA Cup? Cool. In the early and then you say they do so much for the thing. They only do.
They change people's perception.
They only do that at the start. Once it's now where Arteta, he's 4.5 seasons. It does nothing in terms of it's not going to blind. We're not going to get blinded by it, because we know it. We know it doesn't mean much in terms of.
I don't think so completely, because
yes, it is, bro.
No, because if you look at
let me give you a scenario. We win the Carabao Cup next season. We throw away the Carabao Cup.
What do you mean? You win the Carabao Cup, then you throw it away?
Okay, sorry. We win the Carabao Cup. We throw away the FA Cup.
Okay.
We come second or third again, and we get knocked out in the quarterfinals. Is that a good? Is that
that's a better season than you have this season.
No, but is that a reason for him to stay?
No.
What do you mean a reason for him to stay?
Is that a reason for
He wins
Arteta
the
to
Carabao
stay?
Cup.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because in my head, yeah, he's 5.5 seasons in now,
it's the time.
and we were 5.5 seasons in, and we're nothing. We're still nothing.
That's not true though. It's not true.
No,
though. It's
DK
not.
is true because watch. If Arteta, let's
Let me say.
Wait, go on.
If Arteta somehow leaves this season, yeah, I guarantee Tottenham fans would be saying he did the same thing as Poch.
Yeah, agreed, 100, and he has.
So listen, we're gonna sign like £200 million worth of players now. Yeah, let me say after 780 million, 800, 600, 700, 800 million. Yeah, listen, and you tell me we got one FA Cup and Carabao Cup. I would rather say.
So if you want Arteta gone, who else is there to replace him?
Brother, I told you with this team we can get instant success with
who,
Tuchel
though?
and Ancelotti. I told this guy as soon as Munich finished, I spoke to this guy and I said, we have Ancelotti, we win that game against Bayern easily.
Yeah, Tuchel on the other side of the flipping team.
I say that.
If Tuchel manages them, they go way further in every cup.
We get through that
every cup. It's fact.
We have Ancelotti. I thought we don't lose to Villa. We could potentially win the league. This is what I say. Like, I don't say things for the sake of it.
How long is Tuchel going to be there though? If he's there, he's probably guarantee you a couple or two.
This is what I said. Arteta's built our squad where it's good enough to be competing on this front. People don't understand. We have a good.
So you think he's limited by Arteta himself rather than the players?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
That's why, you know, when you said, are the players limiting Arteta?
Yeah.
I think it's the other way around. I think he pretty much has everyone he wants.
Because
there should be no excuse anymore.
We have no natural instinct to us. We're working like robots right now. And what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that Ancelotti, you saw against Real Madrid, he told his players part of the bus and just let your natural side just do the job.
So Ancelotti lets his players play with freedom, innit? So you're saying if you give all of these players freedom, you think they're gonna cook?
No, but I'm saying we have a better chance. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, people don't understand. I don't like not like Arteta, but I feel like with another manager, with this squad that he's built, because I'm not trying to say we have a very good squad that is capable of winning the Premier League. But what I'm trying to say now is, I see another manager adjusting a little bit, changing things about it, and we become even better. Like,
it's about adjusting. Like, I feel with Arsenal, I feel with Arteta. Sometimes I think he's a B-Tech Guardiola and he only has one way of playing.
I feel like he's very different. I feel like he's very different in terms of he's very much he's more proactive.
But I mean, in comparison, them two very similar.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you had to group these managers together, I feel Arsenal might need to go through a little stage where they're being a shithouse. You're defending properly through games just to win, and that is a sole objective. We've shown that we can do that. No, you don't. No, not like that. Not like that. You've shown you can do it. But I'm talking. You see how in the Man City game you was at the other fixture, but the way how Real Madrid defended against Man City, they did not deserve to get through that fixture. But
sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
I don't want to bring. I told you that European football aside, because I say
in general, to get through cup fixtures, sometimes that's what you have to do.
But that's what I've said. That's what I've said, bro. That's what I said. Ancelotti, Zidane, Tuchel. We mentioned them last time. They all make us progress through that Bayern Munich fixture, whether you like it or not. Because number one, they don't make the same mistake that Arteta did in leg one. That's the first mistake. Number two, I just feel you need some kind of experience to win these trophies, because I don't think there's ever been a manager that's won it just like that. That's not had no experience.
Cool.